Alright, so we are back, and today we are going to take a look at Maketoys Giant Parts, what are we on, 4? Dump Truck, or as I like to pronounce it, Long Haul. So he's got gun, he's got these piston things, which are pretty cool. You can pull this apart, turn around, and it turns into like a screwdriver, and we'll get more into that later. But those just plug in there. And you can take this and you can kind of sort of tab it in right there. It doesn't tab in very well. Try it on the side. Again, doesn't tab in very well. Again, you know, these just don't lock in very well, and it's not the most satisfying. But you can take it and you can plug it in like right there. He's got the most accessories of anybody, so get these off. And tabs in real tight. You get those off, set those off to the side. He's also got this piece here that you can kind of angle it how you want to, but for the most part, it's just a place to put it. You can open this up and pull this out. And this will turn into the wing for combined mode. So setting that off to the side. Now we can just look at the truck, which rolls very well. I really like the way it looks in this mode. I think it's a very satisfying dump truck. A very good update to Long Haul. But there's not really too much more to show off here. The wheels, you can rotate them a little bit. So if you want to have it look like he's turning, you can. And that's really all there is to him. So to transform him, you want to start by pulling this piece here up, and then you can split the arms back here, like so. And then you come down here and you want to pull this down, and then as you do that, you kind of rotate the hips up, moving these wheels around. Just kind of try and keep everything out of the way. He's got some clearance issues. It's not nearly as bad as some other figures. You just have to kind of move things in stride. Those will come down, and then there's a plug right here. They'll plug in right there. So tab that in, and then you fold these pieces in like so, like so. Then you want to take the leg assembly here, and this will just fold down. It's on a double hinge, and it'll just come down, and there is a tab right there that'll plug into this little slot that's right in there. I don't know. Yeah, right there. So you line those up and you tab it in, just like so. Then you can fold the foot down, and there you have one leg done. Do the same thing over here. In my initial review of this, I had his whole chest assembly backwards, so making sure I do it right this time. There we go. These joints are really, really stiff, so it's kind of hard to get it right. There we go. And then you can take the arms here, and what you do is you take this purple bit here, and this will rotate around and just kind of plug in. Then you can take the hand here, rotate it around like so. This will come down, and this whole assembly will come around like so. do the same thing on this side. Fold these in, fold this around, flip the hand, and there you go. And then the last thing you want to do is you come down here and you just flip the head up and it rotates around. And there you have Long Haul in robot mode. And he's okay. Let's go into size comparisons real quick. Here he is with the Seeker mold. You see he's still a little bit taller than the Seeker mold. Springer. That still works pretty well. Prowl. That I don't think works at all. And then Brainstorm. And that works pretty well. And then for his posability, his head is on a super tight ball joint. The ball joint itself isn't that tight. It's the fact that the hinge that's on the head, or that the head is on, is a little bit looser than the ball joint. So when you try and like pull the head up or something, you're more likely to push that hinge down than you are to move the head. There is a shoulder swivel right here, and then the actual shoulder is on a ball joint. Good range of motion there. There is bicep swivel, double bend elbows, swivel hands. Waist does swivel, but due to his kibble, it does kind of have a tendency of getting in the way. Hips go up and down, in and out. There's a thigh swivel, bends at the knee, and then the foot is on a ball joint. But it's kind of cut in a way that it doesn't have any kind of rocker give, so it's more up and down, and then it can swivel side to side. And then, again, looking at the accessories, let's do the stupid one first. What you can do is just kind of fold this out, and he's supposed to hold this like a axe of some sort. It's kind of stupid. Then we got the screwdrivers. You can either plug them in like this, and they can kind of double as like extra guns if you want. Or taking this piece apart, you can fold around and it could be a screwdriver, and again you can plug it in like so. And then last but not least, same thing on this one, only it's a Phillips head. And last but not least, he's got his little pistol. For the rest of them, it almost looks more like a rifle. For him, it's more of a pistol because he's such a bulky figure. All that being said, I do think he's a good figure. My issues with him are the same with the TFC version. The fact that the dump truck, or the actual bed of the dump truck, forms his arms, whereas the G1 it formed his legs. I would have preferred if they would have kept with that motif a little bit better, but they didn't, so whatever. Okay, not much we can do about it now. So to get them into combine mode, what you want to do is you rotate the head around. This will fold in. These will just come back like so, and you can just plug these into each other, and then you rotate these so that they're lined back up, and then you plug the hands back together. There's just a little notch on this side and a notch on this side, and there's a tab here and here, and you just kind of angle them like sideways in, like so. Then what you want to do is you could, if you want to, give them a little bit more of a thicker waist. You can fold those out, but the official transformation is those stay in. You can You then want to see here. You rotate this wheel around, and then you rotate the leg like so. Then you'll come here and fold this, untab this. This will come up, just kind of tab in place up here, and then the foot will fold up. Then you can take this piece here, and this will fold out, and there's his little like waist piece. Do the same thing over here, so we'll fold this up first, rotate this around, wheel comes around, and this comes up, and there you go. You then will want to have this kind of flush back here. You can see things don't like to stay tabbed in very well until you actually get him into giant mode. But you just kind of keep the bed back like so, and then I'll show the weapon storage later when we actually get to the combined mode. But there you go. There is his crotch, thighs, and abdomen. All in all, like I said, it's a good figure. It's a solid figure. I like the figure. He's just not very G1 accurate for me. So I'll probably give him a, I think an 8 out of 10. I still think he's a pretty solid figure. Even though he's not very accurate, he still pulls off a pretty good, solid, hefty robot. And he does make a very convincing centerpiece for the figure. And I know what you're saying, that well, there's big hands hanging off the side. Well, they do get covered up later on, and we will show you that once we get there. So there you go.